I feel like the anticipation, and it's a lot of guys that are antsy to put pads on, and that's kind of the tendency when you get a lot of guys that's excited to play ball, but we do have to have a lot more discipline. I do feel like we got to learn how to practice. But besides that, man, the energy is going to be up. I don't get the, not to call anyone out, the fall on the ground situation. Some can be controlled, but then sometimes we're playing ball. That's the one that kind of put a little question mark on me. But I do love what Shotty's doing here. We gotta instill more discipline between the guys, myself included. Even if I'm not a part of it, I can do a better job of leading these guys and understanding the situation and feeling like we can. I get it that you're angry, but we don't have no pads on. Like, it's literally no protection. So whatever you do is gonna hurt us as a team and as a unit. So just together being better at practice overall, and just having a little more self-control and understanding the situation, it's bittersweet. It can go either way.
Part of what Shotty was, because I think after that fight, he kind of brought everybody together. Was that part of his message?
Yeah, because he had, the first practice wasn't as clean as we want, so he was already on edge because we need to learn how to practice. That's exactly what he said. He's preached that in meetings, and we got to be professionals at the end of the day. I get it that we have a lot of animosity and tension between us, and understanding that we want to proclaim dominance and show, like, aggressiveness on both sides of the ball, but then again, to what extent? So just understanding, again, what he's trying to do here and instilling this culture and just put us on the right path.
Clarence Hill, DLLS Cowboys. You said you've never been to Poland. Your first time at camp since 23. Can you just talk about being out there and excitement to be at camp after missing it last year?
Yeah, I don't think anyone here is more excited than me. Maybe Sam Williams. It's kind of a debate. We'll see. But no, I love every part of being here with the guys, grinding. Even when I'm tired, I kind of think about last year, that when I wasn't here, and I wasn't tired, and just doing the things that I love with my team and being better on my craft and having his helmet on and just being able to work with Dak and talk to Dak and understand, like, what is he seeing? Like, those conversations, those are the type of things that I've missed, and it doesn't feel any better. And then again, having GP here, having the young guys in the room and things of that nature, like, you miss out on those type of things when you really love the game. And as for me, I don't think it's no question how much I do love this game and how much effort I put into it. So, man, this is amazing. I'm glad that I'm here.
Do you think missing camp had impacted your game at all at the beginning of last year? And what would be the difference this year?
At first, I didn't. I didn't believe it, but obviously I was a little oblivious to the truth. I will be honest. It's just I can be as strong, as fast, as explosive as I want to be, but if I can't control it to where Dak understands how explosive or how in and out my breaks I can be, I think I did that essentially just for me, and it's not never just for me. I have to do things to his tailoring, essentially, just making sure that he's enjoying, he's seeing the right things, he's seeing my breaks, it's defined routes, it's small things, man. It's critiquing myself, not slipping on some of the routes, just having my foot right, things of that nature. So, like, just being available for my team and being here, being able to lead, being able to tell guys right from wrong, things of that nature. Like, I feel like the small things that I could have done last year, obviously not being here because of my situation, but that's neither here nor there. I got it done. I'm happy to be here. I'm able to lead my troops again. It's good.
CeeDee, Todd Archer of the ESPN. When did you realize that camp did have an impact? Was it during the season, after the season, when you reviewed things?
Honestly, it was during the San Fran game. I want to say the first half. That's when I was like, wow, everything that I was doing, it was really just for me, honestly, just making sure that I was in the best shape that I could possibly be in for my team. Not that I was in the best shape with my team, for my team, with the guys that I love, So, I did all I could do to be available. Granted, it worked out, but I like small things. And then I ended up getting injured at the end of the season. It was kind of weird for me. It was just a different season. It wasn't my new norm. It was my new norm, but it wasn't normal for me.
Obviously, we know you move around a bunch, different spots, slot, outside, running back even. What type of mental challenge is that to figure it all out?
It's not a challenge for me, honestly. I love playing ball. I'm very comfortable in all three positions: receiver, inside out, and then occasional running back. It's my ability to show my gratitude to the game, give effort, and just make a play whenever I can touch the ball.
I'm sure with the Athletic, after your big run, you and George had a celebration. How long have you guys been working on that? Is there any description that you can share on what that was?
Nah, I don't want to give any description, but as far as working on it took us 2 days.
To me.
Hey, do what you want with that info.
Why do you think that you guys have, at least from our perspective, it looks like you guys have clicked, like you guys have a genuine bond? Why do you think that has happened?
Honestly, it's just the type of receiver that we both are, and that we see in each other, and the expected greatness that we see in each other. As for GP, man, I want him to get everything that he's deserved in his career. Obviously, there's a narrative wrapped around him, which I haven't seen yet. And as for me, I know it's my job to make sure he's treading that line of perfection that we need, and he has all the intangibles. He's a great receiver. He's a great person. He's everything that the people say he isn't, and I feel like he don't get enough credit for being who he is. But you never know the type of situation that people are going through. So just being so quick to put a narrative on something that you don't really fully understand yet, I feel like it's kind of jumping the gun. But as for GP, man, he's a hard worker. He wants to be great. He's wanting to learn, and I love that the most about him, because I'm the same way. Like, if there's anything that you see in my game that I feel like I need to work on, let me know, and I'll think about it. I'll have it in the back of my head, and as I'm watching this film and we go over it together, I have that in my mind, and he's the same way. So just being able to relate to him is probably the best thing for me, and obviously for him, and in the end, it's going to be the best for us as a team.
Harris, Forward Star Telegram. I know last year was pretty tough for you. Getting George in, do you feel like there's been a switch in energy in your personality, your game, because of his arrival?
Honestly, I feel like this whole year, like everything all the moves that we made in this offseason changed his culture. Not saying the culture that we didn't have, like that we had last year or the years prior, because Mike had a great situation going on. Obviously, it didn't pan out the way that we wanted, but Shotty came in, and he's wanting us to compete literally every single day. It doesn't matter what we do. We wake up, get ready to compete as soon as we get in the team meeting room. So as for us and GP, he's an incredible athlete, incredible football player, and his ability to go up and get the ball, you guys haven't seen it yet, but those days are literally coming, and he's like a caged animal, and so am I. But today it's been fun. We're starting to click more. He's starting to get the real feel of the offense and understand the game, understand the checks, and Dak is able to be comfortable with him to just throw him anywhere. And I feel like that's where we're getting to in this offense, and just being able to attack and just to continue to attack until the end of the game. I feel like that's what we're trying to do here. Stay in shape, stay conditioned all 4 quarters, and then we'll see what happens at the end of the fourth.
Mike is going through a very similar situation you went through last year. What's been kind of your message of support for him and being there for him?
For Mike, man, Mike knows I love him, and being in this situation, obviously playing this media game with Jerry is not the best. It's not fun. It's not recommended. But as for Micah, he knows what he brings to this table, honestly, for this team, for himself, and he should get what he deserves. And I'm not indulging in any of the craziness that they got going, but I do want Micah to get paid soon.
Tommy Yarsh, DallasCowboys.com. You had mentioned that last year was kind of the most banged up you've been in your career.
For sure.
Does being back here hopefully alleviate hopes that doesn't happen anymore? Like, just you can kind of get used to the wear and tear again?
No, absolutely. It will. And I'm getting so much more out of this than people think I am. And just being with the guys and being able to lead and being able to talk and being able to show these guys, like, what I'm capable of doing. And every day I'm coming out here willing to prove myself every day. I don't care how much money I got. I don't care how much money that you saw on the internet. That has nothing to do with my presence on the field. And as far as being able to stay available is one of my best attributes. So just not being out there with my guys, they know that it hurt me, and I hate it the most because I put my all in this game, and I do respect it enough to feel like I should be there with those guys battling in and out. And not being there again, it sucked. But being in here this year for camp, it's amazing. I know my presence is felt already.
You feel 100%?
Oh, I feel 1,000%, for sure.
Joe Hoyt, Dallas Morning News. Both Brian Schottenheimer and George Pickens said if people got to know George Pickens, that they would understand him.
For sure.
If people got to know him, what would they learn about him?
That he's not as crazy as he seems to be. Literally, like I seen what y'all seen on film. Like I trust me, I know what it looks like. But if you talk to this man and have a decent conversation, I guarantee you'll understand that this man is kind of harder. When we get on the field, it's a different beast. I expect him to be an animal, but like when we have an on and off button. Everybody on this field does. On any field, honestly, it's just. Man, when you're passionate about something, you don't really care what the narrative is around you. Like, you know how much effort you've given into this game, and we do this, we've done it our whole lives. This is all we know. So, like, when you're upset, it's probably for a reason. You might not know the reason, and that's okay because, I mean, it has nothing to do with you, but you're going to give your judgment because you feel like it's necessary or needed, and it's not. But I mean, at the end of the day, GP, I'm glad he's here. He knows I love him the most. I tell him every day I'm happy for him. Hope we go together for X amount of years. I don't care. I just know that we're not going to do this for one.
You brought up Sam Williams being excited. Obviously different position groups, but how did you see his excitement for this moment to get backfilled over the last year?
I don't know if y'all know, but I love hanging around defensive players. That's always been my thing. And in my mind, I have the mentality of a defensive player, and that's to be aggressive, and that's to dominate whoever is in front of me. And naturally, as a defensive player, that should be your mindset. But just seeing the way, like I know Sam again personally. Just understanding last year was kind of a freak accident. And obviously, me not being there, it was sickening because I had to find out through the news, and I didn't see any of it. And I'm like, this is crazy. And I know the type of player that he is, and Sam is a hell of a player. He's an amazing player at that. He's a run stopper. He's a pass rusher. I feel like he's going to be the one that you guys are going to see that's going to pop out a lot. And I've told a lot of my friends in the offseason, I've told plenty of people before even the camp started that he's going to be one of those ones that you're going to have to watch out for. You don't know it yet, but guarantee you, like it's a lot of buzz around guys like myself, Dak, Micah, GP, Ferg, Terp, who need it as well. But man, I'm telling y'all, Sam everybody stays healthy. We're gonna be in for something.
CeeDee, Sam Gannon, Fox Sports Dallas. Have you set any personal goals for yourself this season? And second part to the question, Shotty talks so much about culture. Is that easy for you and the rest of the guys to buy into when you have a guy like Schottenheimer who seems so genuine in his approach with you guys and wanting to get to know who you guys are as men, not just players? Absolutely.
I do have a lot of personal goals for sure, and I never share them, but I will say one of my personal goals is to stay available throughout this whole season. That's probably my biggest one. I put a star by it in all of my notes. And I know I had one season where it went bad, but one thing about injuries, once you let it in, things start to trickle down. And for me, I'm not weak-minded, and nor mentally am I challenged. It's just I know the damage that this football game brings to the body physically, and I know how I play, and I'm very aggressive. So one of my goals, make it throughout the whole season, and the whole team stays healthy. That's literally one of my biggest goals. Let's let that play out, and then we'll see how everything else goes. But as far as Shotty, man, he's a genuine guy, and he's been around us for, I want to say, my whole career. Honestly, I've seen him in the building, but having him in his head coach role, he's taking it, and his pops, obviously, you can see. I've never met his pops, and I know he loves him a lot and dearly, and he looks up to him, and it's big. You could tell. Just off of his energy, you could tell how you can kind of almost predict how his pops used to coach, and that's a legend. And for Shotty, I want the same thing. And then seeing him going against Shotty in 2020, actually, he was in Seattle, seeing what he did with Tyler Lockett and DK, it was the ball was going up and down. Obviously, he had Russell Wilson at quarterback as well. You know, he did pretty good things there, and I feel like he can carry over here and be as aggressive. And for us, we'll run through a wall for him.
Bill Jones, CBS Texas. How does this wide receiver room rank with the rest of the league now?
I like us versus anybody, honestly, versus anyone, any room. I don't care what they be saying in the media. I see it. I ignore it. We'll see y'all in September. I don't really do too much talking.
Jonah Javad, WFAA, the touchdown celebration we saw today. Are we going to see that during
Yes, you will. Yes, you will.
Now, the follow-up is this. Who pays the fine if there's a fine? Is it going to be split 50-50? Or
Nah, I pay the fines.
Whoever scores the touchdown?
Nah, I pay the fines, but it shouldn't be a fine. But Lord knows they love to give it to us. So, myself personally. So we'll see.
Are you expecting to be fined for that?
I'm not. But, I mean, we'll see.
Daniel Stevis, CW33 Sports. CeeDee, it's funny because you talked last year about how off the year was, but you still had over 100 receptions, almost 1,200 yards. Is it almost scary for the rest of the league to see a CeeDee that feels 1,000% with a training camp? How scared should the league be?
I feel like the league knows what happens when I'm healthy and I have Dak for a whole season. But if you don't, I will happily show you what it's going to be like this year. Honestly, I'm a dominant receiver. I don't like to speak highly of myself, but I can't wait to show you guys.
Hey, Patrick Walker, DallasCowboys.com. Shotty is talking a lot about offense running multiples, under center, shotguns, pistols, wildcats as the most potent weapon on the Cowboys offense, also the versatile one. What does it do for you mentally to hear your offensive coordinator talk about that kind of attack, that kind of misdirection?
Man, it's exciting because I see a lot of slot receiver comments. I don't know who started it, but God, y'all are awfully wrong. Sheesh. We'll see again. But shout out Shotty, though. He's given us the ability to showcase our ability to get downfield, push the ball, be as aggressive as we want, open up the route tree, and, show us how dynamic we are with the ball in our hands no matter who it is. And it's fun. It's a fun offense. And, again, I can't wait till he call these shots and do what he got to do as a head coach. And we do what we got to do as players and make them look good.
Last two. Clarence.
Patrick took my question, so I'm good.
You're welcome.
CeeDee, obviously we know the numbers you put up and what you can do. At this point of your career, what do you work on to get better when you've produced the way you've produced?
My technique, obviously some things that I could fix. I look at, I've done a lot of things right, but I look at the things that I do wrong and see how I can capitalize on that. As for me, I want to see what it's look like to have a season with no drops, right? And I want to see what it look like to have a season when I don't slip. I want to see what it look like when a season where I do block, just pick up this extra block and see what the running back does. It's so many things in this game that I know I can get better at, and the things that I critique myself so much, I genuinely don't think there's anybody harder on me than I am, no matter what the comments are. But as for me, it's being the best teammate, best leader, best guy, best role model, best captain that I could possibly be for these guys and see where that takes us.
Do you like this mentor part of it?
I do. I really do, because I remember when I was on Hard Knocks when I was a youngin', and it was that's when I got my hard introduction of what it's like to be on the Dallas Cowboys. And I was genuinely asking Coop. I remember asking Coop questions about how to beat guys, how to run these type of routes, and the fact that I'm now in this shoe, in this light, with the success that I've had in this league, I look back on moments like that, and it's kind of exciting, and I'm happy that I've had guys like that, and I want to be that guy for these guys, and I want to see these guys perform and be excellent, be great, be remembered in this league, because it don't last long, right? And we only have so much time, so let's make the most of it. And let's make all these memories together, and then we could look back on these maybe 20 years later and be like, dang, we had a great run.